Hi, my name is Richard Wise. I've been working in advertising for 20 years. I've read many books on the subject. I always enjoy it, particularly if they're good, and most often they are. I was talking to a friend of mine who's also in advertising about a book about advertising, and he said to me with a kind of sad voice, "I don't really enjoy reading books about advertising." And this guy also has had a 20-year career in the business. And I thought to myself, that's kind of sad. You're going to spend the majority of your waking life in this business and you don't enjoy reading books about it? I do. I also enjoy writing books about it, and I made one for you. It has kind of a wild idea behind it. The title is Save Your Soul, Work in Advertising, with a nice fat exclamation point at the end of work in advertising. The idea behind the book I got in looking at the pattern of how advertising is portrayed in popular culture over the last 50 years. I went back to things like Philip Marlowe character in a Raymond Chandler novel where he goes home and plays a game of chess with himself, making, Chandler writes, as huge a waste of human intelligence as can be found outside of an advertising agency. I looked at, many years later, Jacques Seglar's memoirs entitled Don't Tell My Mother I Work in an Advertising Agency, She Thinks I Play the Piano in a Brothel. And I went all the way to Frédéric Betbéger's book that came out in France and got translated into English called $9.99. Even the title is discounted. And in that book, he plays a cocaine addict, creative hotshot who dumps his girlfriend after she tells him that he's pregnant, and then goes on to kill an old lady in Miami just to make his point that he hates the advertising business. The reputation of the industry just gets sleazier every year. It gets sleazier all the time. And I wrote this book because I wanted to share with you my own experience, which is if you work really hard on doing the best work of your career every day, you'll become a much better person and you will really enjoy life. That's my idea. I can relate to anybody who thinks that advertising is sleazy. In fact, I call myself America's most condemned advertising man. I've earned that title. It took a lot of hard work. You see, I did all the strategic planning for Joe Camel, a cigarette salesman whose face resembled a male scrotal sac wearing sunglasses. Is the only advertising campaign ever denounced on primetime television by the President of the United States of America, William Jefferson Clinton. He said to my industry and to me on television while wagging his finger, "You tobacco marketers, you know what you're doing, and I call upon you now to stop it." There was a spice of scandal about that moment, particularly when I remembered where that finger had been and caused him so much trouble. I could dwell on it forever, but I'd rather get to the point of the book, which is, despite all of that sleaze in advertising, if you really focus on doing the best work of your life, you might earn a eulogy like this one. Imagine if they said this about you at your funeral. She put the sparkle in everyday life. She helped us to not take ourselves too seriously. She had an eye for humble people and connected with them. If you were arrogant around other people, she'd put you in your place. She was never intimidated by someone's position or wealth and could chat with anyone. She truly believed in herself and the ideals she embraced, and she never, ever, ever gave up. So that's what's in this book, how to earn those virtues by doing the best work of your career. Thanks for giving it a look. Was that fair?